Akeba Academy, Brunswick's #1 childcare provider, with the only system for potty training in 30 days or less, and the best child development proprietary systems in town. Give us a call today. Hi everybody, this is Andrea Dickerson here, founder of Akeba Academy and The Rock. I created this video for parents like yourself who's looking for non-traditional back-to-school items that you want to get for your school-age child. I had experience last year when Kamai was going into the 4th grade that there were some things that I needed to prepare him for that I had no clue that he was going to need in school. For number one, when he was in the 2nd and 3rd grade, he didn't have to keep up with anything but his agenda. Now that he's going into the 4th grade and 5th grade, there are certain things that I figured out later on down the line that Kamai needed, which is my son, he needed for him to be successful in school. I would notice that when he was in class, he wasn't keeping good notes, he wasn't coming home with any homework. It was like he didn't have anything ever to do. He had all his papers rambled up in his book bag. They were torn, all dirty. They were just not organized. And so I said, you know what? I need to help Kamai get organized. I figured that out. And so this year I'm creating this video so that you can so that you don't have to go through what I went through, but you can prevent going through everything, and you can get started right away with making sure that your child has everything that they need for this back-to-school season. Well, I got a table full of items that I'm going to talk to you about, and I went to my local Walmart. I went there because they have some of the best rollback deals on back-to-school items. And right here at this table, these things cost me probably no more than $15. And so this is going to be some tips that I'm going to share with you with some non-traditional items that I recommend that you get your school-age children. The first item, which is super duper, is a calculator. You know, when they go into the 4th and 5th and 3rd grade, a lot of what they're learning is not the actual mathematics part of it, but the actual formula to how to do the math assignment. And so we purchased a calculator for our son, and it really helped him to really comprehend the formula and not get so stuck with the math actual problem. So get this to help your child with when they're doing formulas. And then there came a time where, you know what, come on, I told him, I said, hey, I want to see what you know. I want to make sure that you know this information. So I went to my local Dollar Tree and I purchased a whiteboard that was just $1, and then you can get your dry erase markers that's just $1. And this is so much fun because he gets a chance, and your child will get a chance to write out their math, and then they can see exactly what the process was to coming up with the answer, and then they can erase it and then keep going to the next one. It just seemed to be so much more fun for our school agers when they get a chance to write it out on this whiteboard and then go down to their paper and write the answer. And a lot of times we do that to help them keep their paper clean. You know, sometimes they erase things they don't clearly erase, and so it just keeps the paper from looking so dingy and so worn and so incomplete by using the whiteboard. Some more non-traditional items that I recommend for writing tools would be Sharpies, so that your school ager can start highlighting more important information that stood out to them in class. Then they have their mechanical pencils so that they don't have to always run to the pencil sharpener. They can use these, sit at their desk, and stay more focused in class. And then they also have the colored pencils. We utilize this for problem solving. We utilize this for circling items on their tests, or circling items on their worksheets so they can understand what they're doing, especially in the language arts department when they have to underline and circle a lot. I always recommend that you use color pencils to help them differentiate between nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, and things of that nature. So when we use color pencils, it just acts as an identifier right away. Then there are some things that I recommend for organization. The first thing I recommend, if you do not have a binder, is to get a binder pouch so that your child can just put all of their writing materials inside of the binder pouch. And then inside of this binder pouch is where they can put all their writing materials in there and put it inside of their book bag for a cleaner, more organized book bag, and for easy retrieval. You know, a lot of times students, they just aren't as focused as they need to be because they don't have their items organized in their book bags. When I found out that composition books was important is when my son was really, behind in class. And so I went in, had a meeting with his teacher, and I found out that he needed composition books. Composition books was to enable him to write down examples that he do in class for his math. It was to enable him to write down facts and notes from his social studies class. And so I highly recommend, I got a girl one and a boy one, I highly recommend that you get at least one composition notebook for your child. especially if they're in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade. They need composition notebooks. You can go to your local Dollar Tree and pick up one for $1. All right, and then I also recommend that you have some type of organizational system with folders. So this is the type of folder that I highly recommend, and it comes with 3 prongs, and it also comes with the pockets. Pockets are so important for children because you can set a tone for your child to either have things that remain at school and items that come back home, and you get a chance to look in the inside of their notebooks and inside of their folders real quick, and then they can also put in notebook paper to keep their subjects organized. And so if you get these, they're very, very affordable, but make sure you get them where they're durable. So these are the plastic ones, so that they can last throughout the school year. And also get a variety of colors that's cool and exciting for them, and we're utilizing the rock colors here, so great find. And then the next item to really help your children stay organized is to get your child a binder. It doesn't matter what age they are. Get them started with using binders right away. This was one of the greatest tools that I could have ever given my son that really helped him stay organized and stay accountable for his paperwork. And so this is a binder bundle where the tabs are already included. And then not only do they get tabs for each subject, but then there's a pocket holder that can hold very important information that they need to keep up with. For us, we utilize the pocket holder for the vocabulary words, sight words, and math problems. So you can just keep them right here in the binder and then open them up when you get home. And then, of course, this binder already has the pocket, so this is why they call it, the binder bundle. And so this was like maybe $4 or $5 at my local Walmart, and it's a really good all-in-one tool. I highly recommend all-in-one tools for children that are going back to school so that they can stay organized and keep up with their paperwork. And this will help when you send your children to after school as well. If they have all the material in an all-in-one, then their after-school teacher knows exactly where to go to look for their homework assignment to ensure that it gets done. All right, and then the good old faithful pencil holder box. You guys can pick this up from a Dollar Tree for 97 cents or less. But these are some really good tools that you can use that are pretty traditional but sort of non-traditional. We utilize this with our after-schoolers for their sight words and spelling words, and so they get a chance to put their information in here and keep up with it in their class. All right, you guys, so again, this is Miss Dickerson with the Rock School Age Center, and we want to welcome you all to come and take a tour of our facility and to find out more about how we help children succeed. We believe that we should provide an excellent learning environment to help children become academically strong, respectful of others, and to become achievers. If you are a parent and that you want the same thing for your school ager, give us a call. We can be reached at 912-275-8178, and you can find out more about our program by logging on to www.kidsrockcenter.net. Thank you all. Be sure to follow up with us for your back-to-school needs. Bye-bye.